guys, welcome to Arizona. It's November 30th, 2024. Canaan and I are out here hunting some late season elk here in Arizona. A lot of tag numbers if you're familiar with the late seasons for Arizona elk. Lots of tag numbers. There's a lot of vehicles driving this morning, but we got into a spot that it's not one of those spots like we sit down and you can just keep glass, and it's more like this little rounded hilltop, and we're gonna have to keep peeking through the trees. We're kind of hoping these canyons in front of us are a perfect pinch point in between a couple of main roads, and maybe the elk got pushed there. On the way in, we didn't get any film of it, but we spotted our first ever mountain lion in the headlamp 25 yards away, crouched down in the bushes. And for some stupid reason, Canaan grabbed for the pistol instead of the camera. I don't know what he was thinking. So that was kind of freaky, but hopefully that means it's nice and quiet in here and no one's been in here. So we're gonna wait for the light to get a little better here. It's just hard to see through the trees right now, and hopefully we can find something. Definitely, like I said, not one of our normal glassing knobs, so it'll be interesting, but just constant sounds of side-by-sides and pickups around it. I think the pickup's at like 25 degrees when we left it, and it's dead calm, so we can hear stuff from a long ways away. So I don't know, cross our fingers, and hopefully we can find a nice bull in here. Shaking his head, yes. I got lost. We started going down the wrong ravine. I was like, heard the wrong fingerage, and I was like, man, we're not seeing as much as I thought. Like, I thought we'd be able to glass more. And we've been walking through this brutal oak thorn brush. I don't know what you call it, but it has thorns all over it. I finally checked Onyx, and I just threw my head up in the air and went, oh, and Canaan's like, oh boy, what now? So we gotta go back up and then over on a different fingerage. Whoops. I really hope we see an elk over there tonight. This sucks.
Yeah, me too.
Evening day one. We kind of worked our way back into a area that's really steep that I think should be good for these late season bulls. A couple northern exposures here that it's all shaded, nothing yet. It'd be sure nice to see something just to pick up the spirits. It's always just more fun when you're seeing stuff. Nothing this evening. So a full day without elk. I feel like that's not a rare thing to happen on these late season hunts. We'll glass the last few minutes here, but need to get a closing interview in before we run out of camera light completely. December 1st, 2024. Canaan and I are still out grinding here in Arizona, looking for some elk, and we aren't doing a very good job of it. But sat here all morning, kind of looking over some of these pockets. We're facing south here, so these are the northern exposures where they really should be hanging out. But nothing. Oh, and I tore my down pants. So it hasn't been the greatest start to the morning. Well, we're heading in for our midday walk. Walking a closed down road that has a lot of fresh tire tracks on it. Too bad there wasn't a gate at the beginning of it, just a sign that said road closed. I don't think everybody listens, so we're making a big loop. And we're gonna come back along a canyon that there's water in the bottom. We went and checked where that stream goes across the road, and there was definitely water there. We actually even saw elk tracks off the road, so haven't seen any elk tracks here yet, but hopefully once we get back in here, maybe we can get off this road that people are driving, and hopefully we find something. Canaan and I are due to finally see something. Kind of had to call an audible. I'm kind of glad we did. I'm liking the look of this area. We can finally glass a lot. It's an old burn, and it is definitely steep, so we'll see if we can find anything in it. Well, another unsuccessful evening, guys. Just showing you what it's really like out here. So we have not seen an elk yet. It's a grind, but sure gets cold when the sun goes down. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for following along. Wish it was an elk. So far we've seen 0 elk, but we've seen a black bear and we've seen a mountain lion. Things aren't adding up. Oh yeah. Got it recorded. At least we didn't get skunked of animals again. Like, I feel like that's better than nothing.
Yeah, 100%. That's cool. Like,
yeah,
that's a pretty rare thing, I'd say.
I feel like too, but I'm sure. I don't know. I feel like there was a way better chance of us seeing an elk than there was a bear.
is a mountain.
Yeah. What can you do? Well, nothing at this morning glass knob on day 3, December 2nd, 2024. I forgot to say that earlier because we were distracted by a bear. Happy birthday, Mom. Was kind of hoping that my mom's birthday would bring us some luck, and maybe find a couple elk, but nothing yet. How can we keep finding so many tracks and see no elk? Fresh tracks, too. Well, we're just about to head in for our evening glassing session. As you can tell, got the old pinyon junipers behind me here, so we're gonna work our way into a canyon. It's the longest walk we've had all trip. It's kind of 2 canyons. There's kind of one farther to the north, one to the south. We're going to the one to the south. The one to the north looks better, but it's kind of close to a road right here. So we think the hunting pressure has been hitting there, so we're hoping to get into this canyon, and hopefully we can find some elk in there that have been pushed in there. So we'll see if we have any luck. I didn't even tell Canaan I found one. I told him I wanted to get some footage of some fresh elk scat. There we go. That's insane. We're always finding sheds, but we're never shooting bulls. Nice little 6-point. We'd take that right now.
Yeah. That's insane.
It took you a second.
Yeah. Well, it blends in. It looks just like the sticks are in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, I couldn't tell the difference between that and, like, this stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. Pretty cool. Kind of weird here.
Yeah, it is weird. Yeah.
Weird. That's pretty funny. Gotcha. We are deciding to still hunt our way back. We couldn't glass a lot of area and it just didn't look as good as we were hoping, but we're getting back into where we've seen a lot of good sign, and we're just kind of hoping they're using these kind of tabletops to walk around because there's a lot of tracks around. So hopefully we get lucky and run into the right one. We're going to kind of go up to this canyon that we figure is getting some hunting pressure and just kind of stay back a bit. Hopefully they're kind of coming up and feeding in here, vice versa, feeding on the slope and bedding up here, and we get them while they're going there for the night. So I don't know. We don't really know what to do at this point, and this is pretty fun when you're walking around seeing all this fresh sign. It just keeps the hope alive. You think you're gonna run into something. So that's the plan. Hopefully we can find one like this. a little more rotten than I thought.
I'll take one for the team.
Well, guys, the old still hunting back to the four-wheelers didn't go as planned. Nothing this trip has gone according to plan. We've spent 3 days out here, and we have 0 elk to show for it. That's kind of embarrassing. But, you know, we had fun walking around. Saw a bear. We didn't have the camera rolling, but first morning walking in, we had a mountain lion 25 yards away in our headlamp, and I don't know why, but Canaan grabbed for the pistol instead of the camera. Kind of a selfish move, not to show you guys, but you know, I guess I'll let this one go. But we gotta head back. I got some unfortunate family stuff I gotta get back for, so not as long as we were gonna be out here, but that's the way it goes. But kind of a tough season for us. We were kind of hoping to end it with a bang here, and one of our most unsuccessful seasons when it comes to harvesting stuff. We still had a blast. I mean, it's just fun getting out here. It's just enjoying the great outdoors. But we started out, it was Canaan and I. He had the tag. I don't know what was up with that, but we were archery elk hunting in Colorado and had a blast. Explored some country, learned a ton. Then one of my favorite hunts of the year, when I get to hunt with my dad, when we get to do a hunt, we went to Wyoming and chased antelope, and we each got 2 great goats in our opinions, but the trophy quality was kind of down and the numbers were down from when we were there 4 years ago. So that was a little disappointing, but we still had a blast. Then Canaan and I again got back together and went to Wyoming, and we had one of the toughest mule deer hunts I've ever had in my life. That was probably the down trip of the year, but again, we still had fun. Then Jalen and I headed out to Idaho, and he was actually able to harvest something. Thank goodness. He got a nice mule deer buck. And then we headed over to South Dakota. Jalen and I were together for a couple trips there, and Canaan joined at the end, and he saw a shooter. I wasn't around when he saw that shooter. But again, an unfilled tag. Again, awesome experience, awesome hunt, just an unfilled tag. And then here we are, Canaan and I in Arizona. And if you're watching this, you saw what just happened here. Just kind of one of those deals, guys. It was one of those years, and still had a blast. But thank you, Canaan, for coming along for this one, for a day in South Dakota, for Wyoming, going hunting in Colorado. I really appreciate everything you do. You hold the camera well. I don't know if we should have you get any more tags, but but no. I really hope you have as much fun as I do on these, because it means a lot, just you coming out and busting your butt just to try to get me something most of the time. And no, it's just a lot of fun. But yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say, and we just didn't the things didn't line up for us on this hunt, and we can learn a lot from this season, this western hunting season, I should say, and we'll apply that next year. But we do have some whitetail hunting left, and that is kind of the light at the end of the tunnel, because we do have some good stuff happening there. Guys, we really appreciate all the support. If you followed us along this whole season, thank you for sticking with us, because I bet it wasn't easy. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.